Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Rich Manor, in Samuel Rachel's bedroom, Samuel came in and saw Rachel in a robe by her bed. What's all this? Why don't you come and find out? Maybe I will. And as Samuel came to Rachel, and as they began kissing each other. Meanwhile, in the living room, Sheldon's looking at a magazine, so Nate came in and Sheldon saw. You think it was the right move on us moving here? I really don't know, but it's kinda odd that my parents suddenly want to move ever since what happened. Hey, we're lucky to be alive. Thing is, I can't help but wonder, not to worry. Whatever happened in New York won't follow us here. That I assure you. Meanwhile, outside in Thomas' car, Thomas is thinking. What have I done? Suddenly, someone got in his car and closed the door. And it's Yolanda who sensed something wrong with Thomas. You okay? Yeah, I need to think. You've been thinking since we moved back. I got a lot on my mind. Are you gonna move for surprise? Depends what it is. You trust me, right? Of course I do. And as Thomas stopped his car, let's go see what it is. Meanwhile, upstairs in Lucy's room, Lucy's finished putting her stuff up and stumbled on a picture of her and Jack. And then she got it and put it back just as Carly knocked on the door. And Lucy turned and saw who it is. Lucy, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Lucy, I'm not a fool, okay? I'm your sister, the one who shared information on the men we left. I broke up with Jack Williams before we left New York. What do you mean? You two were set to get married. I ended because of what happened at that party. That's the reason why Jack and I aren't together. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, one of the popular diners in West LA. Anyways, a waiter named Adam came and gave one of the tables their checkbooks. You two enjoy your day. And as he came to the next table and saw it's Melissa. Didn't quite expect to see me now, did you? No, I didn't. Anyways, I'm glad you came. I've ordered in a minute. Actually, there's a reason to why I'm here to see you. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Lauren and Tyler's apartment, Lauren's on her laptop. So Tyler came in and closed the door. And Lauren noticed. How's work? Alright, so how's our brother? Just fed him. He's asleep. Look, I know you're not looking forward to another semester in high school, but it'll go by. Yeah, just like I didn't look forward to our parents' divorce and taking off. Hey, and as Tyler came to Lauren's and sat by her on the couch. I am just as upset as you are, but we can't let that ruin our lives. They made a choice to work on us. We're just left with responsibility that you and I weren't prepared. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house, Carol and Jeremy are having dinner with their kids. Alright, you all must be wondering to why you found I summoned here to dinner. I thought we need some family time, which is okay with me. As much as we appreciate that and we do, there's something we need to tell you. Is everything alright? You're not, of course not. Then what is it? We have some good news to share with all you. And as Max came in the room, what's going on? Why don't you join us and you'll find out. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Rich Manor, in the bedroom, Samuel and Rachel are lying in bed, talking. Wasn't that worth being with me? Why, yes. It certainly was a good idea for us to move here. We talked about this, and don't worry, the danger is over. You know, you're right. Nate and Melissa's parents didn't deserve what happened to them. Nobody knew that train would derail, but you and I have made certain Nate and Melissa will be safe. You know, for what it's worth, I have an amazing person who I'll always come to love. I'm so glad to have you in my life. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Sheldon and Nate came in talking. The families had it in for us for a long time. And you and Melissa's parents had to be the ones to be sacrificed. Yeah, which is why I intend to make them pay if they show up. Till then, let's not worry. So what about you and Melissa? Melissa and I have been over earlier this year. Well, this month. You didn't tell me, but beginning, lots has happened since Doreen and Tane, the whole scandal thing at the party. Yeah, I know. No, we gotta get you out. In fact, I think I have an idea. How's that gonna help me? You'll find out soon. And as Nate left the room, and as someone knocked on the door, and as Sheldon went and got the door, and it's Jeff Nightstill. Is Vanessa here? Yes, she is. And as she came down the stairs towards them, thanks, Sheldon. And as she went out and closed the door, and faced Jeff. So you ready? Yes, I am. In fact, I was about to call you. Well, I'm glad I beat you to it. So am I. Meanwhile, upstairs in Lucy's room, Lucy and Carly are talking. If you mean what happened, it was a big misunderstanding, was it? Cause the media sure as hell didn't see it like they. Look, I'm just as mortified to what happened. I mean, what person wanna write a story about a certain person who wanna put a story about our family over something that happened that night? You mean at Holding Grimes' party? Exactly. Look, that scandal between our family will fade away. Do you miss Jack at all? Of course I do. And besides, I'm not good in handling long-distance relationships, so I had to end it. Because of what happened with Holden, right? Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Adam and Melissa are talking. You're having second thoughts about coming to the canyon with me? No. I've been looking forward into going to the Grand Canyon with your family. It's something else. You know you can tell me anything, right? I just want to say I am so lucky to have you in my life. And even though I met you when I first moved here a couple of days ago, I felt the spark between us. No problem. I'm happy since you came to my life. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to lose you at all. And as Adam came and sat right across from her, you don't have to worry about losing me, because you're not. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment, in Tyler and Lauren's apartment in the living room, Lauren and Tyler are talking. All I'm saying is, I want to live my life, believe me. I want to do the same, but we can't. I just wish there was a way to track where the hell they could be. You know what? It's what you said earlier. They made their choice. And as Lauren headed to her room and closed the door, and Tyler took out his iPhone and called someone. Hey, it's me. I'm gonna have to cancel our date tonight. Yeah, family emergency. I'll let you know later. And as Tyler hung up, just as Lauren came out of her room and came to where he is. If that's your girlfriend, call her back and tell her I'll be fine with Alex. No way I'm leaving you tonight. Meanwhile, in the empty apartment, as Yolanda and Thomas came in, and Thomas closed the door as they hid in the living room and stopped. So your uncle owned this apartment. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just didn't want your family to know till you did. Besides, you have a lot to deal with the scandal issue. Yeah, which is why our family moved here from New York. What is it? I want to know what exactly happened at the party you, Sheldon, Nate, Lucy, and Carly went to. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house, the Whitmans are having dinner while Carol and Jeremy make an announcement to the family. What's going on? What's going on is we're going on a vacation next summer. Now I know this is sudden, but I want our family to enjoy this moment. Why do I get the feeling there's more to this trip? Come on, there's no agenda. So where are we heading? To the Grand Canyon. I'm sorry, did you say the Grand Canyon? You're right, we did. Your mother and I have been planning this trip for decades. And we want you all to see the appreciation that God has laid before us. And now, we're gonna take you all on a journey to the most beautiful place on the planet. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Ridge Manor, in Samuel and Rachel's bedroom, Samuel and Rachel are talking. You know, I got to admit, moving to Los Angeles a few weeks ago wasn't a smart idea, but it does hold our additional studio, which will continue to serve clients like it always been. But I know us moving so sudden has gotten, hey, I wish the whole thing didn't happen, but it did. And now we're gonna get past this, so don't you worry. I'm so glad I married you. You should be. And as Rachel and Samuel begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, in Sheldon's room, Sheldon's on his laptop, and he noticed a picture of Melissa and him in Times Square last Christmas, and has a flashback of them talking. Hey, I really miss you. I miss you too. I miss you being in my life all the time. Well, this is what it has to be, but we're still a couple. I guess you're right. Of course I am. So why don't we enjoy this life we have together? And as the flashback ends, with someone knocking. And Sheldon turned, and it's his mom, Rachel. Meanwhile, outside at Jeff's car, Jeff and Vanessa are making out till they pull away. So what's your plans for Halloween? I was hoping to go to the beach. Sounds good to me. I love talking to you. I do too. So what happened? That's over. Besides, my family's getting by one step at a time. That's good to know. You wanna grab a bite to eat? Yeah, I am starving. Then let's go. And as they got in Jeff's car and took off, while Nate's watching in his car, and as he took out his iPhone and began texting somebody. Meanwhile, upstairs in Lucy's room, Lucy and Carly are talking. Yes, and the worst part is, I blame myself for that. Oh, I see now. I do as well. What about you and Ethan? I ended it the same reason you did, to make a fresh start, and we will. And as Carly's iPhone beeps, and she sees who it is. Look, we're gonna find that kind of love we both deserve in the end. Letting go the man a week before my wedding was really hard for me. I know, but in time, you will move forward. Trust me. Anyways, I'll see you later. And as Carly got up and left, and as Lucy got up as well and went to one of her suitcases and pulled out her wedding dress. And as she thinking, meanwhile, outside in Nate's car, Nate's waiting till someone got in and closed the door. And he turns to them. You know, I was beginning to think you wouldn't show up at all. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Adam and Melissa are talking. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Hey, it's okay. You mean a lot to me. More than anything, okay? All we gotta do is get through one more year of high school and... What is it? I was kinda hoping, since we've been together for a small period of time, that I was hoping we'd be engaged for our senior year. Wait, are you asking me to marry you so soon? Yeah, I know. We barely know each other, but I don't see no harm. Why do I get the feeling there's more to this? Actually, there is. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in Lauren and Tyler's apartment in the living room, Lauren and Tyler are talking. Look, I admire you being the noble big brother who's younger than me. I just don't like seeing you like this. Yeah, just like I don't like our parents dumping us off like yesterday's trash. Hey, we're not trash, alright? Besides, we managed to keep a stable life without social service getting involved. That's because our mom and dad would have known by now. Look, I don't know, it's a long shot, but we can track them down with some help. And how are we supposed to do that? Look, don't do anything while I'm gone till I get back. Fine. Look, I'm sorry, hey, that's what I'm here for. And as they begin hugging each other and pull back. I'll see you later. And as Tyler went to the door and opened it and left and closed the door. And as Lauren thinking, damn you, mom and dad, for leaving us. Meanwhile, in the empty apartment in the living room, Yolanda and Thomas are talking. Talk to me, Thomas. Tell me what happened. Does it really matter? Yeah, it does. Otherwise, you would have told me by now. You know what? I'm gonna find out in the end myself, so you better tell me now. I really don't know if you're up to... No more stalling. Tell me now. And as Yolanda's iPhone beeps, and she sees who it is while Thomas is talking. What happened at Holden's party is you got caught kissing his wife, Victoria, and him kissing Carly. How did you know that? And as Yolanda showed him the picture from her iPhone. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house, in the dining room, Carol and Jeremy and her family are talking. Am I wrong for saying this? But don't you think it should be just the two of you going? You know, I agree with Ricky here. You two haven't spent enough time together. Look, I admire your generosity, and we do. But your dad and I want you all to be included in this breathtaking adventure. So give a night to think about it. Well, I don't need a night. I'm down. Besides, it's not every day you get the opportunity to see the Grand Canyon. I'll go too. Besides, you only live once. Why not enjoy it while you can? Exactly. So Ricky, that just leaves you. So what do you say? Do you want to see the canyon? Why not? Alright, if you excuse us, your dad and I need to talk to each other. And as Carol and Jeremy got up and left, while the kids began talking. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing the canyon. And we will. What's wrong? As happy as I am, I get this strange feeling there's danger ahead. Meanwhile, around the corner, as Carol and Jeremy are listening, it's what our daughters say, trust me. The Grand Canyon's the safest place to be. We're gonna have to tell them the real reason before Ricky or Allison finds out first. Don't worry, we'll tell them first thing tomorrow. Or you can tell us now. And as Carol and Jeremy turned and saw Ricky and Allison facing them. What are you guys doing here? Isn't it obvious? Look, Ricky and I both know you didn't just throw this trip out of nowhere. And we want to know the real reason.